Hi there, friends. It's Lauren of Marketing to Mission. Today we are talking about the second step in the marketing foundation process, the persona journey. So how can you create one that helps your small business marketing efforts? Are you ready to get started? Tune in and let's get going. Hi there. If we haven't met yet, my name is Lauren, owner of Marketing to Mission, where we get the privilege and pleasure of working with small business owners in Montgomery County and Bucks County, Pennsylvania, to help them clarify their message, simplify their marketing, so that they can focus in on their mission. As I mentioned, we are talking about step number 2 in the marketing foundation process. If you haven't watched any of the other videos or read any of the other blogs about the marketing foundation process, you can check those down in the description. I'll put the links below. So the persona journey is actually kind of just an extension of the persona profile, because it's really all about this person you're trying to reach. It's about them and what's going on in their world. Now, in marketing and in business, sometimes this process is referred to as the buyer journey or customer journey, but I really prefer to refer to it as the persona journey. And there's actually an important reason for this distinction. It's important not to assume that this person is actually going to become your customer, right? They might go through this whole process of finding a solution for their need, and it might not end up being you. Now, this actually ends up being helpful for you to think like this. First, it keeps you a little humble. I mean, I just think everyone could have a little extra dose of humility. It's just important for life and business as well. But even more importantly, it helps you get strategic. When you don't make assumptions about your persona's behavior, you can actually think a little bit more creatively. You can think about the other options that they have out there other than you, and you can build that into your messaging so that when you have those conversations through your marketing efforts, you can be a little bit more proactive about showing them why you are in the best position to help them. So you see how that works? Now, the persona journey acts like a storyboard. So in film, the storyboard is a graphic organizer that plans a narrative about a story, right? It's a series of these like small sketches or illustrations that depict the main plot points about what's going to happen in a story. Now, before you get frightened, don't you worry. I am not going to ask you to draw. I would not want to do that either. Yes, the persona journey acts like a storyboard, but it's not pictures. It's just words. Now, these words actually kind of create a picture in your mind, but we're not going to be sketching or drawing, so fear not, my friend. Now, usually when business owners and marketers start thinking about this persona journey process, they begin with their target audience member, their target persona, already looking for solutions, maybe Googling or maybe asking for advice of a friend or colleague or somebody in their networking group. But really, the process actually begins much earlier than that. That process of looking for solutions is a little bit closer to the middle of the journey. So when I refer to the persona journey process, the first stage, I call it awareness of need. Now, why is it important to start here? Here's a question. Have you ever noticed that sometimes people don't even realize that they have a problem? Perhaps they believe that their situation is just the way that it is, that there's nothing wrong because it is what it is. They don't recognize that there might be a better way. Maybe this has even happened to you. If so, let me know. It probably has happened to all of us. There probably was something that you just kind of tolerated for a while. You never really sought a solution for. Now think back. Do you remember what was it that made you realize, oh, something can change and I need to look for a solution? This is a really critical point for marketers and small business owners. You need to think about what it is that causes your target persona to realize that they need something. They need a solution, they need a product, they need a service to help them accomplish their goal or achieve what it is they are trying to do. So sometimes a need becomes really apparent because of a specific situation. For example, your need for a crib develops when you become pregnant. Your need for a new car develops when the engine fails in your current one, right? So sometimes it's really obvious, but other times it's actually not so obvious. Consider this example. How often do people not realize that they need glasses because they don't know what clear vision is? Think about the kid, maybe 4th or 5th grade, starts developing headaches, and they go to the doctor, and the doctor's asking them some questions, and finally they realize that the headaches are happening because the child is trying to squint and is straining to see the board at the front of the classroom. Bingo, they've identified the problem. Now they can go start seeking the solution. So if you can identify when your persona becomes aware of this need, either their goal or their challenge, you can start reaching them before other businesses in that same sphere are going to try to reach them. And this is a really strategic advantage. And better yet, if you are the one who helps identify for your persona their need for something or their need for change, they'll probably start to trust you more because you demonstrated how you understand what's going on in their world, right? If you can help them to see that there's a better way, they will know that you've actually put some thought into what is going on in their world. And that is going to open up their eyes and their ears and let them start hearing what else you have to say. Now, after the awareness of need stage, your persona goes through other stages to start finding the solution for their problem. And hopefully they end up as a happy, loyal customer of yours. Now, different marketers, different marketing agencies to kind of divide up this process differently. I use a total of 5 stages. So number 1 being that awareness of need stage. Number 2 being consideration of options. Number 3 being final decision making. Number 4, use of final decision. And number 5, formation of opinions about decision. The thing about going through all of these stages is that in each one, you want to think about what is your persona doing and what questions do they have. Depending on where they are in the cycle, they probably have different questions that they want answers to. So for example, somebody who is just in the beginning of the process thinking about what could I maybe do to fix this problem or achieve my goal is going to want to see different information than somebody who is about to hit that, add to cart metaphorical button and is ready to make that decision. So this is where it starts to inform your marketing process and your marketing requirements that you need to come up with. What are the conversations, what is the messages that you want to be able to have for your persona at each one of these stages? And that's where we start getting into crafting your message so that you can speak to your persona where they're at, no matter if you reach them right at the beginning with that awareness of stage or if you're coming in towards the end. So that's a little bit, I know I just kind of touched on it, the persona journey process. If this sounds like something you want to go start walking through for your business, I'd love to have a conversation to help you out. I do have a worksheet that helps you go through this process, and I'd love to share that with you. So follow the links down below and get in touch, and we can have a conversation about it. And with that, folks, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, hit that like button and tune in next time. Have a great rest of your day.